Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Yelling from the Couch proudly brings to you its brand new episode this week with your host, Brent Humphries, Gordon Chatterton, and Gage Berdovich. Fellas, before we get started, breaking news that was broken last week on this podcast, on this channel, during this time slot. The Steelers hired Mike McCarthy as head coach. And before we get started on anything else, let's go to our resident Pittsburgh apologist, Gage Berdovich, for his thoughts on the Pittsburgh hire. Gage, take it away.
Okay, so if you didn't check out the short that was put up by me not that long after the news was announced, I was literally driving, just left college, was talking to my one professor, and we were like, "Oh yeah, like who do you think should be hired as the new head coach? Who do we want? Who do we not want?" Literally 3 minutes after pulling out of the parking lot, ESPN notification. The sources say Mike McCarthy, new Steelers head coach, and I think my reaction was summed up perfectly in the short. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. But otherwise, WTF? I it's hard to say whether or not I like it. I don't like it just because I didn't want him. He has a good coaching, right? He has a Super Bowl victory against Pittsburgh. Really? Okay. I don't know. The more the time goes on, the more kind of am okay with it. We won't know until the season comes, obviously. We won't know until we see moves that are made. But it is kind of interesting to me that all the coaches that he's hired so far, coached with in the past, I don't really know how we're feeling about that. If we could have, the highest paid defense in the NFL, if it could be a top 5 unit, top 10 unit, there's a good chance that we make a lot of moves. McCarthy is a offensive-minded head coach, and the 1 year that he won the Super Bowl, he had a top 5 defense. So if we can get back to having a great defense, great, cool. But if the guy that they brought in from the Raiders turns this unit into a bottom half of the league defense, there might be a lot of raging coming from me next season. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. I don't know if we're going to lose anybody, if anyone's going to retire, if anyone's going to sign in free agency, who we're going to draft, but something needs to happen.
Gordon, I'll get your thoughts in a second. I want to jump in here real quick and tell you why I love this hire as a rival of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike McCarthy, can we name another head coach who has done less with more? You mentioned his one Super Bowl win. Dude should have had at least 3 with prime Aaron Rodgers, and they never could get to back to the Super Bowl.
All I'm saying is any coach that can go 9-5 with Cooper Rush as their starter, hey, maybe there's something to look forward to.
Then he goes to Dallas, and you've got a Dak Prescott who's not a bad quarterback. I mean, it's proven this year he played pretty good offensively, and you don't do anything with them in Dallas either when you're there that whole time. Now you're going to Pittsburgh. You really don't know who your quarterback is. You had a future Hall of Famer in Aaron Rodgers. You had a decent quarterback in Dak Prescott at Dallas. Who are you getting to be the quarterback here? Are you going to have Aaron for another year? Or are you going to go out? I mean, there's one thing I sent Gage, which I don't think is true, but I'm hoping for it. I willed this into existence. I can will their next quarterback into existence. Please sign Kyler Murray. That would be so great right now. But this is why I love this hire right here, because of that reason right there. The guy has done less with more than any coach in NFL history. Gordon, you had firsthand experience of this guy for years in Green Bay, brought you a Super Bowl. But what are your overall thoughts on Mike McCarthy and Mike McCarthy's fit in Pittsburgh?
He keeps saying that he's going to roll on with the times. But if you look at his time in Dallas, a lot of his play calling, you can go back to Aaron Rodgers' prime and pretty much see the same route concepts like that. So his playbook isn't changing. It's the same playbook he's had for the past 20 years. And with Aaron Rodgers, of course, he would audible at the line. We changed some of it. But yeah, remember the year after Super Bowl 2011, they went 15-1 and mowed over everybody, scored tons of points, but they had a first-ranked defense knocked out in the conference, in the divisional round because, they had the first round bye.
Yep.
And got knocked out, and pretty much got knocked out every other year until in the first round until the past couple of years. And that one game, that was more of a special team snafu. But if you really go back and look at it, I think it was more Aaron Rodgers to blame than it was Mike McCarthy. Oh, no, it wasn't Mike McCarthy, his last one. I'm sorry, that was the coach that's still there. Never mind. But Aaron Rodgers had a bad habit. He liked to throw to one or two people, and that's it. You dropped the
Really?
pass. Oh yeah, I'm sure you got a small, tiny taste of it this year, didn't you?
Just a little bit.
If your name, I mean, there for a while it was Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson was a freak. Well, actually, Devontae Adams was a freak too. Let's just put it right down to it.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't Aaron Jones or Devontae Adams, the last few years that Aaron Rodgers was in Green Bay, I mean, after Jordy Nelson retired, pretty much nobody else was getting thrown the ball. That was it. He was either throwing away, dirt balling it, or he was taking a sack. He wasn't throwing the ball to anybody else. If you dropped it, that was your one chance in the season, and that's it. But Mike McCarthy's playbook calling has not changed. It's pretty redundant. It's pretty much he gives it a slightly different verbiage so that the defenses don't know what it is, at least right offhand, 2 seconds after he said, "Oh yeah, we know what this is." So unless they get a mobile quarterback, and I do mean mobile, maybe not Lamar Jackson, maybe not Lamar Jackson level mobile, but that's going to be taller than Papa Smurf back here. Yeah, all 5'8" of Kyler Murray. Or is he? I'm sorry, he's 5'9", isn't he? My bad.
He did 5'11", guys. Give him credit.
Is he wearing cowboy boots with? Is he wearing cowboy boots with lifters in them?
Yes.
Okay. Then okay, I'll buy it then.
Actually, if you Google Kyler Murray height, he's 5'10", so you're giving him.
Oh, I'm giving too much. Gordon's giving me too less.
I think that's what. I think that's wearing cowboy boots is he's 5'10". There's no way in hell he can see over that line. You'd have to get Brad Williams and his merry gang to stand in front of him to block so he can see over him. Anyways, let's get out of that. I'm not wanting to insult anybody too much. Too short. No, but to be honest with you, I think he got a decent quarterback in Pittsburgh. And I think Mike McCarthy could do something with him. That's Will Howard.
Will Howard.
Will Howard. I mean, they've got talent there in Pittsburgh, and they got a draft coming up. They got a little bit of talent. I'm not saying a whole lot. They got rid of a lot of it, but they got rid of one of them, and he's in Dallas now. But we're not going to open up old wounds there, Gage.
Yeah,
George Pickens.
Yeah, I don't need to Pickens on him right now.
And then Dallas just couldn't do anything this year.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be picking on you, George Lee. But they got draft coming up. They got good running. They got a decent running game. They got an old defense, but at least they know what they're doing. Whether they can get there to do it or not is a different story. I mean, they can outrun me, but that's not saying much. I mean, I think a baby turtle could outrun me. I mean, that's not saying much. I mean, I think I can run a 40 in 30.2 minutes. Anyways, but as far as his quarterback accuracy, he does tend to get quite a bit out of his other quarterbacks. Like you said, Cooper Rush, he's nothing to write home about. He played a few good games for him. I mean, he got stomped a couple times, but everybody gets stomped once in a while. That's just the nature of the game. So I think with Will Howard, I say he could probably take Will Howard and take you all to the playoffs. I'm not saying you're getting much further, but I'm saying you could at least make it to it.
No, I'm just glad that when you said they have a quarterback that they can do something with, I'm glad the next words out of your mouth were not Mason Rudolph.
No.
I would have reached through the screen here and snatched your Packers hat and threw it in the trash.
No, I've seen the red-nosed reindeer play football. And the only thing he's done entertaining on the field is piss Miles Garrett off. That's the only thing he's done that was entertaining. He almost got.
So the thing that sums up this whole thing I seen on plenty of things, there's a meme going around. It says going from Mike Tomlin to Mike McCarthy is like pissing your pants and changing your shirt. And I was like, that's about it.
Just like Gordon's background there, I think that summarizes this whole thing. Mike McCarthy and
Yeah. Who is that? Who is that down there, Gordon?
That is Arthur Smith.
He'd be doing in an Ohio State hat
because he got hired as offensive coordinator for the Ohio State Buckeyes. I will say this though, he's got a ton of talent, but can he do anything with it? Gage is saying no.
What? Penn State might actually have a chance to beat Ohio State this year.
That's getting close to fighting words there. Remember, Arthur Smith does not control the defense. That's somebody else.
Arthur Smith don't control anything.
Hey, Arthur Smith had success with talent in Tennessee as an offensive coordinator. Mike Tomlin holding him down, putting the chains on Arthur Smith's offense. Gage, is that what it was?
When else did Arthur Smith have success? Did he have any success when he didn't have Derrick Henry?
When he goes to Ohio State, he's got Lamar Bo Jackson. That's a hell of a name for a running back.
You better be a good running back if that's your name.
Lamar Ambo. Yeah, Jackson.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, we got breaking news out of the NFL. The Cincinnati Bengals still have Zach Taylor as their head coach. I like
Alright.
that move.
All right, moving on. So we're going to go to the games last week that happened in the divisional round. No need to continue with the coach talk yet. We'll talk about them here in a minute, but let's get to the games. I don't need to talk about AFC North coaches yet. But anyways, the Patriots beat the Broncos 10-7 in the AFC Championship game. What a game it was, right? I mean, it was something. Yeah, guys, any thoughts on this? I mean, it snowed. Yeah, in the fourth quarter, there was snow. There was a football out there. There was guys. Stuff happened. Jared Stidham was doing things for a play, and then he did other things. Drake May didn't crack 100 yards, but hey, guys, what do you think about this game here? The Patriots go to the Super Bowl after winning the AFC Championship.
Dude, Stidham on the, what was it, 54-yard bomb or whatever. I'm like, here we go. Like, I called this prediction here, and this is going to be awesome. And then Sean Payton passes up an opportunity to take 3 points on 4th and 2 when you could already tell points are going to be a premium, and it backfired so bad.
Yeah, and that was before the snow came.
Yeah, and then you send out your kicker for, what was it, a 45-yarder or whatever, and that thing just it knuckled away. It did get blocked. I think it got tipped or something
I
like
got
that.
tipped, but
Still,
But he missed 2 others that wasn't tipped.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a snoozer.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a good defense. I love a good defensive game. I really do. Brent knows this. We can talk about them all the time. I like it whenever you can tell the defense is the reason why they're not scoring.
Yeah.
That game was a snoozer. It was decent defense. That why teams wasn't scoring. The ground was why the teams wasn't scoring. All that white stuff falling from the sky is why the teams wasn't scoring.
And Gordon, that was only in the fourth quarter when that stuff started flying. Before that,
it's just bad offense on both sides.
It's bad.
Bad offense. It was. I mean, it looked like Jared Stidham versus Jared Stidham there on the other side. I mean, Drake May was playing like hot garbage.
Yeah.
Jared Stidham was playing like Jared Stidham, hot garbage. So it just wasn't a good game. It was bad. I mean, that
was it a backwards pass, Gage, or was it a forward pass on that Stidham turnover?
Still, argue with me all you want. My heart says it was a forward pass. If it's not for that, they make it out of the end zone. It may be a 7-3 ball game.
It could have been.
I sent Brent a message and I told him, I said, that was a fumble. I watched it. Where it hit his hand was behind where Jared Stidham threw it. I said, that was backwards pass. It was very close, but that was backward enough to obviously tell.
And if you're Jared Stidham, which there's a reason why you're Jared Stidham, I guess. Just take the sack, dude, and punt. You know what I mean? Just do that. Because your defense is one of the best defenses in the league, top defense in the league, or top 5. And then you take that turnover right there, and that offense wasn't doing much for the Patriots. Yours had scored 1 touchdown, which was about all you really needed for them. And just take the sack and punt away.
Well, once the Patriots figured out, hey, we blitz a little bit, this line can't block to save their life. Got Jared Stidham running around looking like a junior high kid with the way he's like, and like pump faking and trying to get rid of it. Like he just walked off. Like it was not visually appeasing, and his stats certainly were not.
But they did look better than Drake May's stat line, though, passing wise.
Yeah.
Oh, woof. That guy's
bad.
going to the Super Bowl.
That was bad.
That guy's an MVP candidate, which we'll talk about here after a while. But so there's not a whole lot else you could say about that game. Not pretty by any means necessary. Talking about a game that wasn't that great to a game that wasn't
that great.
You didn't think the next game was that great either?
It was very one-sided.
Well, I mean, it was close. It was close. If I could bring it up, I'll tell you what it is.
Oh, yeah, I tried. I'm thinking the week before.
And it's still there. The Seahawks defeat the Rams 31-27 in the NFC Championship. Now, Gordon, you think this game wasn't very good? I mean,
the score says it was good. I think there was a lot of bad calls, and when it's like that, I don't think it's a very good game. I think there was a lot of blow calls. Actually, I think the Rams should have won. They had a couple PIs called on them that shouldn't have been called. And then there was a couple on them that should have been called and wasn't. So, I mean, or that was called and shouldn't have been called. I mean, it was just bad. Although the Seahawks did play good offensively, and so did the Rams, but there was a lot of calls that kind of helped everything out. It's kind of why I thought it was a if it wasn't okay, and except for the few bad calls, yeah, it's very entertaining offensively. Defense was kind of lacking, but I mean, you can't have it both ways. So I just think bad calls made it kind of a kind of game. Score says it was entertaining, but I watched the whole game and it was kind of
by the game. I thought this was way more entertaining than the AFC Championship game. And plus, after the Super Bowl 56, screw the Rams. I was glad to see the Seahawks win. I didn't want to see the Rams get back in the Super Bowl again. Sam Darnold, revenge tour. Everybody's giving up on Sam Darnold. Seahawks give him a shot. They get rid of Geno Smith. They're in the Super Bowl the next year. So I thought Sam Darnold played pretty decent out there. And I mean, the Rams played good offensively too. But I think that this game was the better of the two by far, and I was entertained by it. I thought it was a decent game. But like you said, there were some calls out there, but I was entertained. I was glad to see the Rams go myself.
well. I mean, I did make the 2 picks right. So
Me too. Gage, what was your picks last week? How'd you do?
Lead the fifth.
Gage, what'd you think about the NFC Championship game?
And I wanted the Rams to go back just because Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. Actually, this will be Sam Darnold's second Super Bowl appearance. He will
San Francisco.
he will have appeared in more Super Bowls than quarterbacks of the likes of Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, all those top tier guys, and Sam Darnold here twice. Now, he doesn't have a ring. He's looking to get it, but I hope he gets it. I mean, I'm sure we'll get into talking about the Super Bowl. We can't let New England get the dynasty back.
No.
We can't let them get 7. We can't let Vader take back over the. But when it comes back to this game, I agree with Gordo. A couple bad calls. Cooper Kupp first down might have been questionable.
Very questionable at best.
There's just a couple other ones, but a very entertaining game. A lot better, like you said, than the first game.
Yeah. I think Sean McVay kind of made a few screw ups too at the end, but hey, it is what it is.
And when you look at like the receiving core, the top receiver for Seattle, Giosa, 10 for 153 and a touchdown. Over at the Rams, Puka Nacua, 9 for 165 and a touchdown. So it's not like any of the receivers had a quiet day. Devontae Adams, 4 for 89 and a touchdown. Jake Bobo had a touchdown catch for Seattle.
What about your guy, Raheed Shaheed? 1 catch, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
Yep.
Or not.
He also had,
Did he have a touchdown? He didn't
no,
have a
he did
touchdown.
not.
It was just
But
like
he
one
had-
pass.
Yeah, and he had a kick return for 21 yards. He had a rushing attempt. We don't need to say for how many yards. So they kind of used him all over the.
Yeah, the better of the two. Like you said, we'll do our Super Bowl pick next week on the podcast. Why make it this week and come back next week and be like, hey, our picks are still what they was last week. But we're going to get a rematch of Super Bowl, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, whatever it is.
all the
Malcolm Butler pick at the
Yeah.
goal line. And then in the AFC side, we've been like anybody but the Chiefs. And like, all right, cool. Here's the Patriots. Like, no, we've been there. We've already been there. Let's not do that either. But
I don't know why we're recycling these storyline script writers. Like, come on, let's figure it out.
you brought up that one Super Bowl. I would bring up Pete Carroll, but I'll just pass.
yeah. Oh, somebody's like maybe they should get Marshawn Lynch in for a 1-day contract and have him run in from the one. Have you seen Marshawn Lynch? I don't think he's in football shape right now.
He might be able to take 1 carry.
He would probably lose 2 yards right now against the Patriots defense. But yeah, so we got our Super Bowl matchup set. Now, we mentioned the New England Patriots. And guys, how about this news? Bill Belichick will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, I will tell you my thoughts on this right here. The NFL Hall of Fame is not a real Hall of Fame if you do not put Bill Belichick with his 6 Super Bowls as a head coach, 2 as a defensive coordinator, in as a first ballot Hall of Famer. If he can't get in as a first ballot Hall of Famer, nobody deserves to be in as a first ballot Hall of Famer. This is crazy to me that you do not put Belichick in on his first time on the ballot. Guys, what do you all think about this?
Gordon, I'll let you go first on this.
Well, to me, okay, appreciate that. To me, I think it's they're manufacturing reasons why they're not putting him in. They're saying because whenever without Brady, he's below 500. Okay. They said because of the Spygate and the Deflategate, scandals. I know, but that Spygate thing, he just whooped everyone's ass even worse. I mean, they were throwing touchdown passes late in the fourth quarter when they was up by 40 points. Says, you know what? So you don't like it, stop us. Now there was a couple teams that come close to beating them throughout the season. One day at the end of the season. That year, I think Ravens come close, and they had a bad team that year. But Rex Ryan was still their defensive coordinator.
That's almost beat them in the regular season finale that year.
And the Philadelphia Eagles come close to beating them in the regular season. I mean, it all come down to like the last play. And of course, Patriots won, but they won all the games in the regular season and the playoffs until the Super Bowl. Giants played them, come close to beating them, and then ended up beating them. But I think all them things, I think they're just making up reasons not to put him in. I mean, he had two great defenses before he became the head coach of the New England Patriots, won Super Bowls. Yeah, one of them teams he had Lawrence Taylor, which was kind of unfair to the rest of the damn league because Lawrence Taylor couldn't be blocked, obviously. And that's just all. I mean, I think they would, if you have to come up reasons to keep someone out, they don't need to be out.
I think you should pull whoever's voting for these, take their vote away. If you didn't vote Belichick first ballot, you shouldn't have a vote in this. Gage, what do you think about it?
Right there with both of you. If you're gonna tell me the Deflategate and Spygate are the reasons that Belichick's not getting in, you know who else shouldn't be a first ballot Hall of Famer then? How about the GOAT Tom Brady? He shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame then. Oh, sorry, if he was a part of it, took place in it.
He was the main conspirator in Deflategate.
Yeah. So if you're gonna tell me Belichick isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, neither is Brady. And then let's just shut down the Hall of Fame, shut down everything, and call it a day.
Yeah, it's just it's ridiculous to me that the coach with the most Super Bowls is not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And shame on you writers out there, vote for this, like holier than thou. This is the problem with getting the sports writers to do this. It's like baseball. Barry Bonds, the greatest hitter to ever play. You're not in the Hall of Fame because you did steroids. And guess what? So did everybody else in that time frame. You know what? Put him in there. Put him in a special wing. Pete Rose, you can't be in the Hall of Fame because you bet on baseball. By the way, watch the Reds this Tuesday on FanDuel Sports Network. Hey, like, what is going on here, guys? What are we even doing? Mark McGuire, sorry, you did a little steroids there. Kurt Schilling, you were a great pitcher, but your politics suck, so you can't get in the Hall of Fame. Come on, guys. Like, who cares what they do off the field?
You're right. Personal opinion has nothing to do with what they did on the field or on the diamond or whatever. Barry Bonds was a Hall of Fame hitter before he started juicing.
Yeah,
Period.
right.
He hit 30 home runs a season before he started.
And stole 50 bases.
Yeah. Now once he started juicing, he quit stealing bases because he couldn't run. He was too heavy.
You didn't need to when you were hitting 73 home runs a year.
No.
Yeah. And hey, there's a current guy in the MLB right now who everyone's like, oh, future Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. But he had a gambling scandal here a little bit ago, but he just pushed that off into his interpreter. And the MLB just is like, oh no, it was the interpreter. It was the interpreter. Like it's his fault. Not too sure if it was all the interpreter's fault.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep all this outside stuff out of these Hall of Fames. Like they just none of them are legit Hall of Fames to me, really. I mean, because you don't put in the people that deserve to be in there. But yet we got, no offense to the guys, Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones going into the Hall of Fame this past year. Are we taking this as the Hall of Very Good now? Like, come on, who would sit there and look? I mean, look, I like the Braves back in the day. Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones, the Jones boys, whatever. But first ballot, I mean, not first ballot, but Hall of Famer, Andrew Jones, never would I thought that when I watched him play. It's like, that guy's a Hall of Fame baseball player. No way. But here he is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you mentioned the Hall of Very Good. There's actually an Instagram page dedicated to that. So if they want to be in it, they could go to Hall of Pretty Good, I believe is the name of it, and just get inducted that way. That's just insane. Carlos Beltran, loved him, but he wasn't a Hall of Famer. Andrew Jones, I don't really know much, but still not a Hall of Famer when we just look at.
Yeah. I mean, both guys hit over 400 home runs, everything. But, I mean, you could see a Hall of Famer when you see it. But you don't have McGuire, Sosa, Bonds, Clemens, them guys in there. But you got these other guys in here. Something just doesn't smell right.
Yeah, Clemens was a Hall of Fame pitcher before he started juicing.
Yeah.
He
So,
started juicing just so he could extend his career a couple extra years.
yeah. Whatever. Who cares? It was all
Uh,
legal back then.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
the writers got butt hurt because them guys were dicks to him.
And that is probably why the same way with Belichick as well. As press conferences went.
Yeah, he wouldn't tell you anything.
He's going to be out there and we're on to Cincinnati. Like every press conference. We're just going out there and everything. We got a good defense and everything. Offense is good. And we just won the game. That's all it is. That's Belichick's press conference every week. And people's like, oh, he didn't give enough information. We're going to keep him out of the Hall of Fame. Pathetic.
I thought for a moment there Belichick had joined the show.
Anyway, speaking of surprises and people deserving of awards, a Hall of Fame, or not being in the Hall of Fame, how about Mr. Shadur Sanders named to the Pro Bowl team? Guys, what do you think about Shadur as a Pro Bowler in his first season? Mel Kiper Jr. is loving this right here now, guys, after draft night.
When did Wish make the Pro Bowl list? I mean, that looks like you go onto the discount, you had to go to the discount section and they say, well, let's put Shadur in there. Okay.
Yeah. It's like,
You
guys,
might as well, yeah, you might as well just go ahead and put Shadur Sanders. Let's get some other discount guys in there. Let's put Kyler Murray in there too on the other side. He didn't play too much, but he was okay when he played.
it's like guys, Trevor Lawrence had a really good bounce back year, had up some great numbers. Should we put him in the Pro Bowl? No. Let's get Dion's kid in here. Let's do that.
And that's the only reason they did it is because of who.
Yeah.
I mean, you throw 10 or 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. I believe he had 8 total touchdowns. I think he had 1 rushing. And then like 12, 13 total turnovers. He had a couple fumbles as well. What are we doing? I could name probably 32 quarterbacks in the league who deserve it over him.
Flacco was more deserving.
You
Joe
know,
Burrow.
you want to know why people don't take the Pro Bowl seriously? It's because of stuff like this. Like, I won't even watch much of the Pro Bowl, if any of it, flag football, whatever. But you bring Shadur Sanders in as a Pro Bowler. You're telling me that you do not care about actual NFL play. This is a TV show for you guys. You're trying to pop ratings. Let's get the most popular guys in here, not the best. And this is how Shadur Sanders ends up in the Pro Bowl.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Yes, that's all that there is to it. It's all for entertainment purposes. It's all for the last name, and it's all to draw as many watchers as. Now, I don't think Cleveland has that many fans to draw in, so you're definitely doing it off the last.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it is. And speaking of Cleveland, we'll go into a few coaching changes here. And the Cleveland Browns hired Todd Monken as their head coach, former Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator. Guys, what do we think about the Cleveland?
Todd Monken must be pretty smart. He passed all the tests because evidently Cleveland had a lot of tests they was giving him. A lot of them were dropping out.
Yeah, Mike
Smart
McDaniel
dude.
said, "No, can't do it. I got to drop out here. But we can't go up to Cleveland. I got to go to LA and be their coordinator."
You got to have a good personality to be in Cleveland because they're a bad team almost every year. If you can't laugh, then you shouldn't be there. And it's quite obvious. Mike McDaniel can't laugh. He can barely crack a smile.
But does Todd Monken have much of a personality? Usually when they
I don't
show him in the
know.
booth, he's like, I don't know. But
Well, at least he's not like
Jim Tomsula,
yeah.
former 49ers coach who just looked like he just walked out on the field and had no idea how he got there.
Dazed and confused. It looked like he smoked a couple bowls before he walked out on the field.
Gage, what do you think? This is one of our rivals in the AFC North here. I feel good about this hire once again as a rival of Cleveland.
I also feel good about this hire. I thought initially Monken was going to follow Harbaugh to the Giants. I'm not too sure why you wouldn't. Why would you turn down the chance to work with a Jackson Dart, a Malik Neighbors, and a Team Scatterbo to say, I'm going to go to Cleveland. I'm going to work with a quarterback who hasn't played for us since October of 2024. He has all this money still on the books until 2029. And then a quarterback room who we drafted 2 of them last year. They both suck. One's a Pro Bowl. I know what. Evan Stefanski only coached 1 Pro Bowl quarterback in his time with Cleveland, and it was Shador freaking Sanders.
What a stat.
But I like the hire for us. I think Monken should have realized that Harbaugh dropped me off at the wrong angle.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the hire just from an outside point. And Cleveland fans cannot be happy with this hire either. I can only imagine what they're feeling like up there.
They can't be happy with that team at all. So
No. Another coaching change that happened, the Bills promote Joe Brady to head coach. Guys, what do you think about Joe Brady taking over for old McDermott up there in Buffalo?
if you thought coaching was the problem with that team, you probably should have hired outside of the team. I think the Bills' job was so bad that it made Philip Rivers pull out for the first time in the book. So
Yes.
you might have sent me that
Bravo.
meme, and I had to throw the joke in.
Hey, Joe Brady, great offensive coordinator. Don't know what he's going to be able to do as a head coach. Maybe it works out for him. I still think Sean McDermott was a really good coach as well. I mean, the guy took you to the playoffs a lot. He couldn't get the big win, but you were competitive at least all the times. Like you said, if coaching was the problem, maybe you shouldn't have hired the guy who was under Sean McDermott. But Gordon, what do you think about the Bills promoting Joe Brady to head coach?
They could have done worse. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about it. He is a good offensive coordinator. He was part of the LSU national championship staff. So I'll tell you which one of the two is a better quarterback, Joe Burrow. With Joe Burrow, he got a national title with Josh Allen. He can't get past the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
So he's got a ring from Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had to throw that in there. Had to pump up the Bengals fan there.
And listen, you mentioned Joe Burrow, and I've got to stop it right here and tell everybody here: stop sending me Joe Burrow to the Vikings. That's not happening, guys. Joe Burrow's not going to the Vikings for J.J. McCarthy and 6 first-round picks and T. Higgins. T. Higgins and Joe Burrow for that right there. That's not happening, guys. Get that out of your mind. Stop sending me this stuff. People have sent me this, and I'm like, get out of here. All right, stop blowing up my page with this stuff. I don't want to see it anymore because it's not happening, guys. Not happening.
I'm gonna start sending it to you like every other day.
Well, hey, maybe they'll throw in Jordan Addison. No, maybe they won't.
Would
How
you
about
do?
this?
Go
You can
ahead.
send one back. Say they're trading Justin Jefferson to the Packers. See if they like it in reverse
No, what it is they send a
for Romeo
picture.
Dobbs.
They send a picture of Joe Burrow in number 9 hugging Justin Jefferson, saying reunited, and it feels so good. But yeah, guess what? He's already with one of his college teammates. Okay.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, get out of here.
Would
Yeah,
you
send one say
do-
they're going to trade Justin Jefferson to Packers for Romeo Dobbs.
I'm sure you would take that.
Damn right.
But would you do like a Joe Burrow and a T. Higgins or a J.J. McCarthy and a Justin Jefferson straight up?
No, no, I would not.
Jamar
And-
Chase
and-
and Justin Jefferson on the same team again?
It's fine, but who's throwing to him?
9 can throw to anybody like that.
Yeah, my 9 right now can throw to anybody. Not Minnesota's 9. Anyway, so Joe Brady is now the Bills head coach. And now that is going to lead us into our picks for the week. And we're not picking the Pro Bowl because whatever. But we do have the NFL honors next week on Thursday. So we're going to go ahead and get our picks in for who we think are going to win these awards. And we will start out with, let's finish with that one. How about we do that? How about we finish with, I was going to start MVP, but I think we should go down to the bottom. Assistant Coach of the Year. Who do you guys have winning the Assistant Coach of the Year? Gage, you can go first.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty lopsided on the thoughts. I think he's the favorite to win it. I'm gonna go to Seattle Seahawks and give me Clint Kubiak for Assistant Coach of the Year.
Gage, I'm 100% behind you on this one. I mean, yeah, it's Clint Kubiak for me too. He's taken this team offensively. They look a whole lot different than they have the last few years. To the Super Bowl here, I don't think there's much of an argument here. Clint Kubiak is, I mean, you could maybe say Josh McDaniels too on the other side, but what that offense look like in the playoffs? Not really that great compared to what the Seahawks had looked like. I'm going to roll with Clint Kubiak as well. Gordon, who you got as Assistant Coach of the Year?
Actually, I got the same guy, Clint Kubiak. And it's just mainly because Sam Darnold, Super Bowl. Enough said.
Exactly. Yeah. So that'll take us now into the next category, Coach of the Year. Gordon, who is your Coach of the Year?
To be honest, same team, McDonald. If you look at it, last year, what was his job? Ravens defensive coordinator.
He was Seattle's coach.
Seattle's coach. Well, before he was with the Ravens before, wasn't he?
Yeah, 2 years.
Look how
ago.
their defense has dropped off since he's left.
Yeah.
Now look where it's at now. Now look what Seattle's doing. They was good last year, but they was better this year because now they're protecting leads. They got the pass rush. I think Mike McDonald is the coach of the year.
Gage, who's your coach of the year?
I'm gonna go to the guy that didn't even have a job last year. Let's go up to New England to give me Mike Vrabel.
So, guys, you guys are both going with guys that's in the Super Bowl. I think that both picks are great. You could throw in a little honorable mention to Liam Cohen, who turned that Jacksonville team around. Great for him. Kyle Shanahan, with all the injuries and stuff he's dealt with. Ben Johnson turning the no, I'm sorry, Gordon, but turning the Bears around this season. I mean, of a job for him. But I'm going to roll with Gage on this one too, and give me the guy who wasn't coaching, the guy who was wrongfully fired, in my opinion, from Tennessee, who's been a dumpster fire since leaving Tennessee. Mike Vrabel's who my pick is for coach of the year. But Gordon, I've got Mike McDonald as a very close second in this one too. Mike Vrabel, guys, Mike Vrabel was a consultant last year for the Cleveland Browns. They let him out of the stadium. They let him out of the building to go to New England. They had him in the building and they let him leave, and now he's taking the Patriots to the Super Bowl. I don't know if he would have turned the Browns into a Super Bowl contender, but I mean, they had the guy in the building. I mean, it's crazy. So I've got Vrabel as well. And now we go to comeback player of the year. And Gage, who is your comeback player of the year?
Yeah, I actually got two here. It's hard for me to choose which one. One's on offense, one's on defense. I'm going out to Detroit. Give me Aiden Hutchinson for one of them. The dude tore his leg up last year. Only played 5 games. Came back this year, played a full season, recorded 14.5 sacks. And then on the other side, offensive wise, let's go out to San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey played in 4 games last year, died, and then came back to life this year. Over 1,200 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns on the ground, and had a lot more receiving stats to go along.
Yeah. Gordon, who's your comeback player of the year?
I like Christian McCaffrey. He's on my fantasy team. But give me Aiden Hutchinson, as bad as I'd hate to say it, because key to us winning was just make sure he couldn't wreck the game. And it wasn't an easy task. I think Aiden Hutchinson should win the comeback player of the year.
Yeah. I think that my comeback player of the year, I'm going to roll with C-Mac right here. Give me Christian McCaffrey as a comeback player of the year. You can't go wrong with either one of these guys here. I think those are the top 2 candidates to win it. Dak Prescott come back from last year. Well, he had a really good offensive season this year. You know, nice shout out to him. Trevor Lawrence coming back from his injury last year to the stats that he's put up. Like I said, he got snubbed on the Pro Bowl. But I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey because the guy stayed healthy all season long after that injury last year, put up all kinds of yardage, total yardage. He's my comeback player of the year.
He was San Francisco's main offense.
Yeah.
Well, he was their offense.
He was the only player that didn't get hurt for once. I mean, McCaffrey stayed on the field all season just about. So that's the guy right there. And now that'll take us to, let's go with defensive rookie of the year. And Gordon, who is your defensive rookie of the year?
This guy had some down games, but he had way more positives than he did negative as far as bad plays. Xavier Watts from the Atlanta Falcons. What I watched of the Falcons, he made plays, and he made quite a bit of them.
Gage, who's yours, Gage?
I'm actually going to go to a division rival here. I'm going to go to Cleveland. Give me Carson Schwarzenegger. 156 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 16 games, also recorded 2 interceptions. I think he's going to be a really good linebacker for years to come for that Cleveland.
And for my defensive rookie of the year, I like both of those choices, but give me the 3rd overall pick going to the New York Giants. I think Abdul Carter had a pretty decent rookie season. I mean, he had 4 sacks. He's in New York, so that's a little bit of an issue right there. But with the right coach coming in here, maybe he improves next year. But I think he had a pretty decent overall season this year as defensive rookie of the year, Abdul Carter.
I am surprised no one said the Seattle safety, Nick Eamon-Worry, or how do you pronounce the last name? He was another guy.
I was going to, but I couldn't pronounce his name, and I didn't want to mess it up.
What's the other guy?
Butcher it.
There's another one to Pierce.
James Pierce.
James Pierce, yeah. He had a really good season as well. Shout out to those guys. Offensive rookie of the year now is where we will head. And Gordon, who is your offensive rookie of the year?
Mine should be kind of simple. Emeka Ibuka, first-round pick of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from Ohio State University. from the Ohio State. Emeka Egbuka, because at the beginning of the season, whenever everyone was hurt, he kind of carried him along. So Emeka Egbuka would be my pick for offensive rookie of the year.
Or as Chris Berman says, Emeka Peekabuka. Anyways, Gage, who you got, Gage, as your offensive rookie of the year?
This was another one I was back and forth with. Did I want to go wide receiver? Did I want to go quarterback? There were a couple quarterbacks out there as well. I decided to go wide receiver. Let's go to Carolina. Had him on the fantasy team. Hetero McMillan, 70 catches, 1,014 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Yep, Gage, me and you didn't share notes before this one, but I'm also going to go with Tet McMillan out of Carolina.
Tetanus shot?
Huh?
Tetanus shot?
Yeah, tetanus shot McMillan. He had a great rookie season, was part of the reason that the Panthers made the playoffs this year. Out of that wide receiver spot, like you said, maybe a Tyler Shupp. He come on late in the year. I could see why Gordon went Emeka Egbuka early in the season. He carried that team. Travion Henderson had a big year to begin with as well. But I'm going to go with Tet McMillan as my offensive rookie of the year. And now we head to the Defensive Player of the Year award. And Gage, who do you have as your Defensive Player of the Year? Tell me it's a guy in Cleveland. Is that what you're thinking?
It is. I mean, it feels very simple. He broke the single season sack record. Give me Myles Garrett. Enough said about it. I don't like talking about him. Next.
Gordon, what do you think?
I'm thinking the same thing. I mean, to be on that shitty of a team and be excited to play. I mean, I know that paycheck had a lot to do with it, but to break the sack record on a team, I mean, you could just lose your confidence. The fact that he didn't lose his confidence and he still kept playing hard all year long, that says a lot. Not only does the stat say it, but the fact that he showed effort all year, he should be Defensive Player of the Year as well.
Especially a guy who re-signed to play with a Super Bowl contender, and he goes back to the Browns. He had to be disappointed about not getting to that Super Bowl like he was hoping to get to, as he mentioned. That's the reason why he signed with the Browns, of course. Yeah, guys, it's Myles Garrett here. Anytime you break a record in the NFL, you've got to win the award for whatever that is, right? And that's why I think Myles Garrett gets it. If it wasn't for that, I would probably go to Houston and give me Will Anderson as the Defensive Player of the Year. But since Garrett broke the sack record, I think Myles Garrett deserves to win this award. Unfortunately for us, right, Gage? So we've got just a couple more awards here, and let's go now to Offensive Player of the Year. And Gordon, who's your Offensive Player of the Year?
My offensive player of the year, Christian McCaffrey.
Nice.
Plain simple. He was the San Francisco offense, period. I mean, nobody else was consistently doing jack squat except for him. I mean, I think I can't remember. It was like a high output, like over somewhere close to like 60% of the offense. It was going through him. That is freaking insane.
Yeah.
To not be a quarterback and 60% of the offense is going through you.
Mm-hmm.
Between receiving and rushing, it's freaking insane. Oh, I think Christian McCaffrey should pretty much have this locked down.
Gage, who's your Offensive Player of the Year?
I agree with Gordo. I am going to go a little bit different here. And in my mind, I'm still picking which one I want. But I'm going to go out to Seattle again. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 119 catches, 1,793 yards, 10 touchdowns. I feel like it was a toss-up between him or even.
Which brings me to my Offensive Player of the Year. I'm going to go out West, young man, as well, and give me the Rams wide receiver, Puka Nacua. The guy just constantly seems to be open all the time. He got all kinds of targets, racked up all kinds of yards, even missed a couple of games and still put up stats like he did. Matthew Stafford's favorite wide receiver, and maybe he's emerged as one of the best route running or one of the best street ball receivers that there is out there, because just scramble around just for a second, he's going to find a way to get open down the field. I like all these guys, though. I agree with all you all there as Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, I can see why you went JSN. I can see why you went Christian McCaffrey. But for me, it's Puka. So there we go on that one. And we've got one more award to get to, guys, and that would be our Most Valuable Player.
I think there's another award this year.
What's the other?
Protector of the Year. It's Offensive Lineman Award.
Protector of the Year award. Did I miss?
I think I saw that.
Maybe I missed something.
It's new this year.
Let's see here. Protector of the Year. Oh, Well, it is. It is. All right. So before we get to the most valuable player, then Gordon, do you want to go ahead then and give us your
Garrett Bowles. Garrett Bowles, lineman, is offensive lineman for the Denver Broncos. They didn't have a lot of shining spots in that last game, but they did for most of the year. I mean, Bo Pix did have a pretty good year, and you ain't gonna have a good year if you ain't got people standing in front of you. And we all know he's not that great of a quarterback. So give me Garrett Bowles. So
well, Gage, who is your protector of the year?
I think Garrett Bowles pick as well. I am gonna go a little bit different, just so this way not the same. Let's go out to the Chicago Bears. Joe Tooney. This guy just consistently wins. It feels like whatever team Tooney is on, they're going to go to the playoffs, and it's been like that just about his entire career. And he did pretty well this year. That entire Bears line was pretty good, but I think Joe Tooney was the anchor, so I'm going to go with.
And for me, I'm going to stay in the NFC North, and I'm going to go to Detroit. Give me Penei Sewell as protector of the year for me. Gordon, like a lot of good offensive linemen up there. You're part of the division,
except for on my team,
unfortunately there. But yeah, so
Zach Thomas good, but he got injured quite a bit. He got injured in the Cleveland game and then the Carolina game.
Now I know there's a Walter Payton Man of the Year award. There's no way for us to pick that. I don't think. I wouldn't think that we'd be able to pick that, so I didn't put that.
No.
Was there any other awards I missed?
No, that's it. No, because there's a player from every team.
Yeah, that gets nominated.
And that's why it's hard to pick.
And who's to say, I don't even know who the Bengals representative is. He's donated more time than anybody else. I think he should be the Walter Payton Man of the Year. But yeah. Oh,
community service was better than your community service.
Yeah. We help the poor more than you help the poor. So now we can get to the last one here. And it is the most valuable player. And Gage, who is your MVP for the 2025 NFL season?
Feels like we all know the two finalists for this, right? Like I don't think it's any question who the finalists who are. They go with the more popular one. Give me Matt Stafford. I know the other one has his team in the Super Bowl, but I don't know. I think just without Stafford, that team isn't the team that they are. So I'm gonna go with Stafford, but I could make an argument for his competitor.
Gordon, who's your MVP?
To me, it comes down to it's either Matt Stafford or it's Jackson Smith and Jigba. Them are really because Sam. I know it's a quarterback award and they're going to give it to a quarterback. It doesn't mean they deserve it.
Yes.
The last game the Rams lost, Matt Stafford was not why they lost. Not really. So I got Matt Stafford as the MVP. I guess I'm just going to agree with Gage on this one because that's who I wrote down because that's who I've been telling you for a while who I think was the front runner to begin with was Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. My pick for MVP, guys, it's going to be a clean sweep. I've got Matthew Stafford. Over 4,700 yards passing, 46 touchdowns, 8 picks. He is the MVP for me as well. The guy started the season with back issues. Didn't even know if he was going to be ready to play for the season and goes out and has a career year. I think Matthew Stafford is our MVP, and I think that's who wins it. So, yeah, that's who I've got.
And just to address it, Drake May was the other guy I was thinking about. Has his team in the Super Bowl. And honestly, I think if you put whoever the backup is up there in New England, I don't even know. But if you put him in there at quarterback as the starter for the whole season, it's a completely different time for the Patriots. Still going to go with Stafford, but I can see where people say.
Right. Yeah, I can see where May gets some love too there. But if you just watch these two guys out here, it's clear who is the better quarterback. And at the end of the day, that should be most valuable to your team. Because if you lose Matthew Stafford, who you have out there?
The backup for Drake
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Backup for Drake May. Not much better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Joshua Dobbs.
Well,
I'm
Jim Johnson's still in the league, so why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, Josh Johnson. So if you feel like some of these guys may be getting a little tired after these long games and tired after the Pro Bowl games and everything, may I suggest going to w.gg and using our promo code YELLING and saving 10% at the checkout. Gage, you may have gotten a little package from Dubby here this week. What do we have in here? You want to let us know what it looks like here? Check it out.
I was very afraid it was not going to arrive in the mail because it was supposed to be here on Monday. but thanks to the snowstorm and everything that happened, that kind of didn't. I had talked about this. What do we got here? Talking about the s'mores flavor. Nice. So mentioned it on the podcast here a couple weeks ago now. We did get a stupid green screen. The lunar margarita, nice to open.
Put a shot
Yeah.
of tequila in that.
Nothing like using your teeth to open it up.
Yeah, I'm actually it didn't hurt the teeth either. So I figured why not? We got it today. Got it. What time is it now? It's 9:43 when we're recording this. I picked it up in front of my apartment building at probably about 6:30. So I've had it for about 3 hours, and I decided, you know what? Let's try it on the podcast.
Here we go.
So we got the water pre-filled because I knew if I didn't, I would look like an idiot trying to run the water.
There'd be a lot of editing on this part.
It would be. And then my favorite part is always trying to find the scooper inside of a new tub.
Dig around a little bit, 2 fingers in there. Oh, there it is.
Pre-tasting, it's pretty good. Put that in there. Where'd I put the lid? There's the lid.
Shaker ready to go. Shake it up, baby.
I really need to get a new setup because I have like no room.
There he goes. He's shaking it up.
So we got, again, this is lunar margarita, non-alcoholic, unfortunately. Strawberry margarita. But if you're over the age of 21, just do a Gordo set, put a little bit of vodka in it, and we might get
No, it's a margarita. Tequila.
Tequila.
tequila, vodka, alcohol.
A little bourbon in it.
Tomato.
I make that.
Tequila.
Here we go. He's taking a sip. Got a little woo going back for seconds.
I am surprised because I don't like strawberry. It
Nice.
is very good.
All right. So Gage gives 2 thumbs up on the lunar margarita.
2 thumbs up, and honestly, I would say out of, I think this is the 3rd flavor I've tried. Actually, no, because I've had the mini packet. So I've had like 7 different. It would probably be my number 2.
Nice. Well,
Very
check it out.
They-
Neat.
They also, real quick, shameless plug for them. I don't know if it's out yet. Actually, I think it is. I think it's all on the website. You guys remember like the push pops, like the cream and single push pops? They have a flavor that apparently tastes exactly like that. Brand new, just released. I got the pre-released email about it here the other day. And you know what? It's going to be my next flavor. Once I still have not run out of either of the other tubs. I think there's more than 30 servings in each of the tubs. I know they only say 30, but I think there's more than 30. But I think that's the next one to hopefully not get caught.
You definitely get your money's worth when you buy a tub off of Dubby. Use our promo code Yellen to be Dubby, be better. So there we go, guys. We hit all the NFL stuff this week. We're having the Super Bowl picks next week. Guys, is there anything else you want to add to the podcast? Anything you want to rant about? Anything else that you need to get off your chest here before we shut her down?
We actually do have one thing coming up this weekend that I think we all need a prediction for, and it's in Saudi Arabia, like 2 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN Plus.
The Royal Rumble.
Yeah, like the Royal Rumble coming up.
30 superstars. Every man for himself.
It's coming on Saturday, but it used to be on Sunday.
I like it better on Saturday.
Oh, I do
too.
too. I like it way better.
Yeah.
I like it better when it's a 2-night event.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask y'all a
started-
question. Have y'all seen I keep looking, I keep reading. Have y'all seen like any rumor mill about who the Packers are going to try to hire as their defensive coordinator? I mean, because I've had a few, but I haven't seen no finalists, nothing like that. So,
I haven't seen anything. Maybe they're waiting for the end of the season. Maybe.
Wish another team did that.
Anyways, Gage, what were you thinking there?
So I'm thinking we do a women's Royal Rumble with a prediction and a men's Royal Rumble with a prediction.
Sounds good to me.
So I think start off with the women's one. Who do we got? I'm trying to think of all the participants.
okay, I'm going to tell you who I think will win, and then I'll give you who I don't want to even see. I want them to get thrown over the top rope the minute they enter the rope.
All right.
Okay, which one do you want first?
Let's get your winner first.
Who I want to win, because who I think's going to win, it doesn't really matter. Actually, I think it's going to be you know what though? Come think about it, it's kind of backed off a little bit. It's probably going to be. I think my winner is someone who is rumored to be back at the Royal Rumble, Bianca Belair, because you know who one of the champions is, Jade.
Cargill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's prior storyline, prior injury storyline. So that'll be a good one. Who I want to get thrown over the minute she enters the ring is Liv Morgan. I don't want to see her nowhere near the finish line. I want to see her thrown out, dropped on her head twice. I want her to hit her head and bounce.
Well, I'm gonna go. Let's go with. I think Mommy's gonna win it this time. I think Mommy's gonna win the Royal Rumble here.
I would love that.
Yeah, I've got Mommy. I got Rhea Ripley winning.
Since Gordon did it, who do you absolutely not want to win, and who would you like to see get bounced on their head?
Raquel Rodriguez. She just bores me to death.
The Uber driver.
Hey, what about you? Who do you have winning, and who do you want to see dropped on their head 3 times?
Also gonna go with Rhea Ripley winning it, and then someone I don't want to see win at all. I was gonna say Big Sexy Raquel Rodriguez, but I'll go a little bit different here. She's on SmackDown. Nia Jax. I don't want her to win it.
I was so afraid someone was going to say Charlotte, and I was going to get upset. Don't diss the queen. Don't diss the queen. Me and my wife was talking. We got a faction we want to see get formed called the Dark Queens, and the Dark Queens would be, of course, Alexa Bliss because she can get twisted, and Charlotte Flair, Stephanie Vaquer, and Rhea Ripley, the Dark Queens. That would kick ass.
Yeah.
That'd be a hell of a stable.
Now, what about the men's Royal Rumble? Gage, you want to start out on this one and with yours, who you think is going to win or who you hope wins?
Should start out with who I absolutely do not want to win. I don't even know if he's gonna be in it.
Chris Jericho.
I actually would not mind Jericho winning it, but I don't think Jericho's return. I don't think he's doing it. He's got his tour coming up in basically all of February. So why would you return at the Royal Rumble and then return in March? Just I don't know. Seems kind of odd. This guy actually has a match that who I don't want to see win. Sami Zayn. He's been pushed and he's been pushed and he's been pushed and he's been pushed a little bit more. But like I said, I don't know if he's going to be in it, but just in case he is, do not want to see it at all. And now if we go to the winner's side, I don't know if y'all know he's going to be in it, but he called in to the Pat McAfee show here. He needed the beast, Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Brock Lesnar with the win, according to Gage. Gordon, who do you not want to see win it? And who do you think's going to win it?
Okay, who I don't want to see win it is because the storyline he's on is irritating the crap out of me. I would rather see a three-peat than see this person win. Gunther. Don't want him to win it. That storyline of retiring people that's already retired, going on their last match, that's horseshit. But I would rather see a three-peat by Cody Rhodes than see Gunther win. And that's saying something because I like Cody and I liked him as champion. I liked him as chaser. I just don't want to see that. That's already been done twice. No more. Who I want to win, I like to see someone win, but they're not going to be in it because they're still injured. Seth is still one of my favorite wrestlers, and he's not going to be in it, so I can't pick him. I want to see Damian Priest win the Royal Rumble. That's who I would like to see win the Royal Rumble. And Brent, you remember when he was still in NXT? I told you I liked Damian Priest down there, and I couldn't wait for him to come up. And they drug his damn story out and drug his character down. Now he's finally got it back up to somewhere respectable after he was Senior Money in the Bank, El Capitan, whatever. And El Campeon, sorry. I said Capitan. Never mind.
El Incompetent.
I want to see Damian Priest. I like Damian Priest's character, and I like the direction they're pushing it in now. Damian Priest is who I want to see win.
So who I don't want to see win the Royal Rumble, I'm with Gordon here. Don't give me Gunther winning. He's already got that push. He's going to retire AJ Styles on Saturday. That's what's going to happen. It's already been leaked. Like Shinsuke Nakamura leaked it accidentally on Instagram last week that Saturday's when AJ wanted to retire. And that's conveniently when he has his retirement match against Gunther. Anyways, in the WWE, he said the other day, so I think he's got TNA run in him. But who I think is going to win the Royal Rumble, there's a few contenders there. I don't want to see Cody Rhodes win again, but I think we put our ones up in the air, boys, and give me the tribal chief. He comes back, acknowledge your tribal chief as the Royal Rumble winner this week.
I think I picked Damian Priest because I just want to see someone different.
I do want to see someone different too, but I just know who I think it is, guys. I think Powerhouse Hobbs is going to actually win the Rumble.
No, be honest with you. I mean, I want Damian Priest to win. That's who I want. But who I think, the guy that's coming into the Royal Rumble he's kind of not been seen for the past few weeks. The ruler, Obafemi, is going into the Royal Rumble. He will probably win, but I still want to see Priest win. That's who I want to win.
I think Femi's probably going to get the Roman Reigns younger days treatment where he eliminates a bunch of guys, but ultimately gets thrown out and somebody else wins it, I think.
Yeah. And how, like, a decade ago, we would see Kofi Kingston do all these, like, immaculate saves and stuff. I don't think he's gonna do it this year, but I think someone's gonna take his place. Mr.
Javon
Bouncy,
Evans.
Javon Evans, he's gonna do something incredible. I just know it.
Did you all see that match he had on? I can't remember if it was on NXT or no, it was on SmackDown. When the guy was standing on the top turnbuckle in the corner, and he bounced up there and hurricane run him while he was standing on the top rope. That
Yeah.
was insane. Oh my God.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
He's one of
Your
those
boy
guys that,
is
like,
bouncing.
yeah. Well, he's one of those guys that, like, NXT, you were just waiting for the push.
Oh, you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
knew it was coming.
And that's like all the fans are behind Javon. All the fans are even kind of behind Trick. I think just because of his entrance. But the one guy that doesn't feel like a lot of people are behind is Carmelo Hayes. And he was a part of that trio that's like, once they get called up to the main roster, oh my gosh, they're going to be on fire. But it feels like Carmelo's kind of been left behind.
Are you guys watching NXT right now, too?
Not
There's
really.
a new guy on NXT. Watch it. He's French, but he's a luchador.
Rene Dupree.
No. that was awesome. That was awesome.
El Grande.
Russo Brothers?
El Grande.
Russo?
El Grande Frencho.
No, but the dude, his match was really good last week. He fought, God damn, I can't even remember. He had a title match.
On
He
stage,
entered with a title match. Hell of a match, too.
Luchador.
That sounds just hilarious. Okay, just Googling French luchador.
The guy that trained him was a Lucha Libre wrestler, so he wears a mask. That's
No
it.
wonder why you like him. He has the last name of LaFleur.
Exactly. It ties all in together.
Hey.
Matt LaFleur's younger brother, El whatever LaFleur.
Elio
Funny
hit
to
the
see
floor.
that name.
But that match he had last week was pretty damn good for his debut match, and in NXT, really good. I liked it. I was like, damn, it's like he's impressive. He's kind of small, but I mean skinny.
So, do you all think there's going to be any big surprises at the Rumble this weekend? Like we mentioned, Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Belair's a surprise because it's just a rumor. It's not locked, but she's due to come back, so that's one. But on the men's side, there's going to be a few.
Yeah, like they always have like the surprise entrance or whatever. Right, I think you called it. I think Powerhouse Hobbs makes this debut.
I think so. What about maybe Joe Hendry again? Is he coming out there in the Rumble, making a surprise entrance?
I mean, he's like already kind of on the main roster. He's at least NXT. He's made some SmackDown appearances.
Yeah, he is in NXT. He's getting in. He's in the ladder match for the NXT Championship match. There's a 6-way ladder match coming up soon, and Joe Hendry's in it.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what it is for the Royal Rumble. We've got our picks for the Rumble in. We've got our picks for the awards. We'll see how that all turns out. Next week when we're recording, they'll be giving out the awards live on the NFL Network or whatever. But we'll make our Super Bowl pick next week, guys, and that'll be our last NFL week of football until the UFL in March, which we'll talk about. Guys, we will catch you all in the next one.
Later.